Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spa where we bring you all the beautiful guitars reviewed just for you. Yeah, I've been loading guitars after guitars and it's been exciting. Little Jane by the Fudge, the Cienmo D45, the McPherson, even the comparison video that many of you have asked me to do. And right now I have a Yamaha, the red label Nippon Gaki Fgx3. Yeah, so it's a modified dreadnought. I'll just call it a dreadnought that comes in. But this is not your normal dreadnought. This actually goes back to the 60s Nippon Gaki Japan made um, dreadnoughts that were, they call it the red label, and right now they reissued this quite some time ago, and I had this come in for some work, and it's been played in a little bit, and I've just changed strings and did a little bit of upgrades, and it's a wonderful instrument, and it will be a pity if I don't, I just send it back to the owner, right? So let's get this review started. This FG FGX3, basically the X is actually the pickup, the atmosphere pickup that is built in onto the system. But the main thing of this star of this show is that these are all made in China and it's very affordable. But don't let the word China stop you, right? Deter you from even considering this as one of the purchase. But because the main thing is this one comes with a Sitka spruce top, back and sides mahogany, and they have they call it a semi-gloss finish. What is a semi-gloss finish? Basically, the semi-gloss finish looks like a finish on the Loudons. Basically, what they do is they spray the gloss on it and then they buff it down to like a semi-gloss. So if I were to take a car polish or a polish to just polish this will be a gloss finish, but this is semi-gloss, so it looks like it's not too shining, but I guess it gives a little bit of that vintage feel, which I personally like. So this one comes with the dreadnought ebony bridge, ebony fretboard. You got the Indian rosewood head plate with the V neck, the old vintage V neck, Gutor open gear tuners that are built in, 1/3 nut with that is plastic saddle and plastic pins, and also the plastic saddle nut also. I've upgraded the saddle to the fossilized mammoth ivory to give a little bit more clarity, and also ditch the plastic pins to with the dyed bone pins to give you a little bit of that, I would say, clearer ringing bell-like trebles that you will hear evidently on this video. Okay, something note that what's beneath the hood is basically a forward shift X brace and a new bracing pattern that they employ, which actually is a scallop bracing on this. So the scallop bracing, what it does is it does remove a little bit of the clarity, but it gives you a little bit of that warmth. It gives you a little bit of that depth, and with the tops are all, they call it ARE, acoustic resonant system, where they age the top using heat, using pressure, using a little bit of humidity that is built in. The whole body here is bound with ebony or black plastic with purfling lines, as you can see here. Purfling lines here on the back and purfling lines here at the side. Okay, the neck looks like a one-piece neck, and actually it's a three-piece neck. There's one piece here, two piece here, a two-piece neck. Okay, the heel is two pieces, but generally it's a beautiful. I've strung this with the Elixir 1253. Normally they come standard with the 8020, but I find it too bright, right? And this one has played in a little bit open. Inside the box, even though it's made in China, they have side braces that are on the side, so just prevent any, in case it's not, prevent any cracks on this. Generally, this guitar weighs about 2.2 kilograms. Maybe 200 grams is actually to account for the pickup on that is built in on the system. How would this normally compare? If you I were to compare, this will be compared to a Martin D18, right? Martin D18. However, the price of this will be probably half the price of a Martin D18. So I think one thing, I have thousands of guitars coming into my place for enhancement work, and generally I can tell you the Yamahas are really well made. Okay, so if you want something because you're on a tight budget, then I would suggest a Yamaha, even an FG800 or a FS800 to start off with, and then you move up the ladder to this, right? So but I really straighten the neck. Okay, straighten the neck from via the truss rod, and it's a beautiful guitar. Let's listen to how it sounds, and I'm going to play a little bit more the different style, because I just feel this guitar sounds really open. Lots of bass, very nice bass. It's not too, how would I say, it's not too bright, right? Let me just move this a little bit. I think my light just suddenly went off. Okay, okay, now my light is back. Can actually dig this, because the bracing pattern is slightly, they have wider brace on this, but the scallop, and you can really dig this in, and I find that the Japanese basically, with quality control, they are very tight in quality control, because I used to work for a Japanese company for 15.5 years. Is they really control the quality, right? And I've looked into their line, Yamaha line of guitars, and they really put in a lot of effort to get all these guitars at really affordable prices, right? They are extremely affordable, right? I mean, for you get exceptional value when you think Yamaha is basically exceptional value, right? Because in China it's low cost, and they transfer that low cost into really affordable retail prices. I mean, something that you need to know. Excuse me. Whereas in the US, like some of these companies, either they outsource, or they set up a factory like Taylor and Martin's in Mexico, and produce the low end entry level guitars at lower price. But obviously a lot of these are heavily made, braced and stuff like that. They don't want to, and they can't bring lower the prices, because the labor costs in the US is really too high. And there's something I know people are not happy that, but I just want to mention this to, this is the truth, right? Okay, coming back to just listen to how it sounds again. It's a really loud guitar, and warm. If you want to get a guitar that sounds like this, you won't get it at this price. Honestly, I mean, you can go and try, but you want something that has a vintage tone, then this is as close as a vintage tone. I've actually lowered some of the nut slots that were a little bit higher than normal, because I mean, in the factory setting, normally they set up slightly higher than usual, right? Because of production, and sometimes I feel that a little bit of that tweak, maybe when you lower it down by 50%, which is very, very marginal, right, in your eyes, right? But it has a profound impact on how you play at position one, right? Okay, so I'm just giving you a little bit of my experience, sharing a little bit of my experience. Yeah, I was a little bit in the flow right now. You can see. I mean, I love this song because, in fact, whatever I played is actually my own composition. Just now, that song was like "Let It Go," right? I mean, in life sometimes you have to let it go, and so it's like a rock, bum 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 bum, a very rock bass kind of feel, right, on this guitar. Oh, my dog is trying to come in and say hello to me and hello friends, right? You saw her before. Gonna play this song called I haven't played this for a long time. It's called "Song for Clarice." This is my own composition for my wife named Clarice. So this this fingerstyle, and this has been a song that many people ask me, what is this song, where can I find it? But you can't find it anywhere. You know, I have a tutorial on this, and you can find it on my channel. always tell my wife when I play this that you affect me like no one else in the world. Okay. Great for strumming, right? When you bring a pick, this is a fantastic guitar. very organic sounding, and you may be asking, how does this compare, let's say, to a Indian rosewood with Sitka spruce? I just do a strum, and I have a MacPherson with me, a 3.5, a spruce top with Indian rosewood. So just to give you a little bit of color comparison, right? So just all right. This is just a comparison, and I'm gonna play the Indian Rose piece so that you can have a point of reference. Man, the Yamaha somehow sounds better than this guitar, right? You see, right? I mean. So the owner should be happy because this guitar really is lively. Like, it's really lively. I dried in this dehumidified room. The MacPherson also is dried for quite some time with strings, but the MacPherson is quite aged, right? This is like, I think, maybe less than a year, but it is a fantastic guitar. If you're looking for a guitar that's really affordable, I would suggest that you buy the Fgx3, right? If you need a pickup, if not, without a pickup, the Fg3, okay, the made in China one. Of course, the question is, how about the Japan made, right? I mean, personally, the difference is marginal. Like, I played both. I've seen the workmanship; they are about the same. It's just that maybe the bridge pattern on this here is slightly different. We have a bone nut and saddle on the Japanese made. So if you like this review, just give me a thumbs up on this video, right? A thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't subscribed, it's best to just please do me for subscribe to this channel, because I want to hit 50,000 right now. I think I'm at about 25,000, and I'm trying to churn as many guitar reviews as possible to get more subscribers, because that's my goal, right? My own personal goal. Next year I'll turn 5'5", which is Grace. So next year I hope I can double the amount to 50,000, which is Grace, right? 50,000. Okay, so till my next review, I can say live with passion, and play guitar, and allow love, joy, peace, and health to be multiplied in your life. And if you're down, just remember, it's bottom, you can only get up. Okay, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. Thanks for tuning in.